This is David Silverman. Not to be confused with David Silverman, the animator for The Simpsons. David Silverman is the current president of the American Atheist Organization. Around Christmas time, the American Atheists posted these offensive billboards towards religious believers in an effort to spread about reason, and an effort to supposedly get atheists out of the closet and to come out and to admit that they're atheists, not realizing that their methods is not only insulting to religious believers, but also ignorantly generalizing all religious believers. And even after the Christmas season, they plan to put up more billboards just like this one in order to spread their message. Taking their message not just with Christianity, but for all religions, any form of religion. Now, I'm not going to go into much about the nature of these billboards, as it's already been covered by other people. Instead, I'm going to be talking about the man himself and what he represents as a spokesperson for the atheist movement in America. What brought my attention to this guy was a recent episode of the O'Reilly Factor where he appeared on defending the usage of the offensive billboards that appeared around Christmas time, and the recent billboard that's going to come up around late January. Now, keep in mind, I am not a fan of Bill O'Reilly. I personally can't stand the guy. But when you find yourself rooting for Bill O'Reilly and agreeing with almost everything he says in regards to an interview, you know you have problems. You definitely know you have problems. What was really sad about this interview was the fact he would go lengths to defend his position and defend the billboards, not even recognizing or taking into account the offensive nature of the billboards. Not at all. He not only went into great depths to defend the offensive nature of the signs and ignore the fact that the signs themselves would only anger religious folks and offend them even more. He completely ignores the fact that his arguments against religion were asinine, amateurish, and just plain childish. His arguments and his statements in his view makes atheism look bad. And that reason alone is why I'm so completely dumbfounded that this man is the president of an entire atheist organization, an organization supposedly dedicated to reasoning and critical thinking. If I was an atheist, I would be ashamed to be an atheist because of the way he makes atheists look bad. In the following interview, he goes on to deny that the signs are insults.
They're not insults, they're truths.
Wait. And we just heard Nancy Pelosi said that it's pay as you go. So let's try to get into the truth.
This isn't about pay as you go. This is about telling the truth. Now, if people get offended because we're saying what we believe,
no.
That's not us insulting.
Let's just be regular guys instead of I'm a Catholic, you're atheist. We're just regular guys now, okay? You say something's a scam.
Yep,
on a sign. And then you come in here where millions of people are watching you and say that's not an insult. What does the word scam mean to you?
Scam means it's deliberately misleading people.
And that's not an insult?
It's not an insult to the people. The people are just following.
It's not an insult to the people?
It's a statement to the people who are following the religion. And really, it's attacking the people who are in the pews. Wait a second.
Wait. Now, I'm stick with the insult. Because this is certainly an insult in my opinion. And I know I'm not the smartest guy in town. But, okay, so religion is a scam, but it's not the people's fault. They've just been lured in.
That's right.
Whose fault is it?
It's the leaders of the religion.
The leaders.
Of course.
All right.
I mean, this is not brain surgery.
The Pope.
The Pope, absolutely.
Right.
Look, this is not brain surgery and this is not world news. Everybody knows religion is a scam. The only news here is
everybody knows. I don't know, Mr. Silverman.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I got to tell you.
You sit here and you're skeptical every day, and then you go to church and you get on your knees and you pray to an invisible man in the sky.
Invisible man in the sky.
You think that's a scam?
I find it sad that I have to agree with Bill O'Reilly when he says he does not know that religion is a scam. Even if we were to grant David Silverman's claim that religion is a scam, he completely and utterly fails to give an epistemological justification for saying that everyone knows that religion is a scam. His logic also fails because even if we were to grant that religion is a scam, even if religion were a scam, it does not follow that people know that religion is a scam. Also, despite what David Silverman says, saying that religion is a scam as if it's a fact does not make it a scam. Also, to say that everyone knows that religion is a scam, or that God does not exist. It's like saying that everyone knows that God exists and deny his existence in their hearts. It's just not a valid argument. It's like saying, look up Romans 1:20. It's also completely childish for David Silverman to go on to characterize theistic belief by saying that the Christian conception of God is some sort of visible magic man in the sky. The theistic conception of God is not the childish conception that Silverman so ignorantly spouts out. It's as if he has completely ignored the thousands of years of philosophical and theological thought pertaining to the existence or non-existence of God. Considering how he continues to generalize religion, misrepresent religious thought, and flat out deny the insulting nature of those billboards, it would not surprise me if he had never picked up a single book on academic peer-reviewed theistic philosophy. And it's no wonder that no serious religious or theistic thinker takes these people like this seriously.
When you insult...
We're not insulting. Look, there are thousands
of
billboards.
You're calling religion a scam and a myth.
It is a scam and it is a myth, but that's a statement of fact. If you get insulted,
it is not a statement of fact.
Of course
it's a statement of belief.
It's an invisible man in the sky.
That's what you believe. It's not a fact.
This country is filled with billboards attacking atheists, and this country has several billboards.
All right. Tell me where there's one attacking.
Just go all up and down the New Jersey Turnpike, and you'll see that we're going to hell, we're going to burn, hell is real.
I've never seen one like that.
Oh,
Can you tell me what exit it is? I'd like to go see it.
8A, go ahead.
All right, and who bought that?
It doesn't matter. The point is they're allowed to say what they want to say, and we're allowed
to say
what we're allowed to say.
Okay. So,
while I understand where David Silverman is coming from when it comes to the billboards that demean atheists, that doesn't excuse the fact he's basically fighting one evil with another evil. Again, his argument that everyone knows that religion is a scam or a myth does not hold water.
What good does it do the atheist community in the United States, which according to a Pew Religious Center is about 1%, 1.6% of the American? What good does it do you to insult 80% of the American people by saying they're too stupid to know what they're doing?
We didn't say stupid.
No, but if you say that the people are duped and I can't possibly believe
Gullible, that's the word.
You're calling me a moron. Because
I'm not calling you a moron.
Yes, you are.
It's the greatest scam in the history of the world.
And then I fall for it.
And you fell for it,
Right, so I'm an idiot.
No, I didn't say that,
Well,
man.
then how could I not be?
You know, your teaser for this segment was
if it's a fact that
religious people in public.
If it's a fact, according to you, that there is no God, then I'd have to be a moron to believe in a God. I'd have to be stupid.
Well, we want you to think about that. And our position is that the churches are filled with atheists. Our position is that the churches are filled with people who know it's a myth, who know it's a scam.
Why do they go to church?
We don't know.
Well, you don't know. You don't know why it is.
Bill, the whole point is that there's a lot of familial and social pressure keeping people into church. But that's a good question.
What good does it do?
They're writing checks and they know it's a scam. They're on their knees and they know it's a scam.
Facepalm aside, Silverman's reason here is atrocious and childish. He repeats the same mantra about religion being a scam and a myth over and over. I'm not even going to go into the fact about churches being exempted from taxes from the government for obvious reasons, such as trying to respect freedom of religion, and the fact that in most churches, donating money is completely voluntary. Also, pretty much every argument that Silverman has made so far has been appeal to emotion, wild accusations, and childish caricatures of religious thought. I would expect this kind of argumentation from a layman, not the president of an organization that's supposed to represent atheists.
What good does it do 2% of the population to attack and insult 80%? It's not going to help your cause.
We're not attacking and insulting the 80%. We're luring the atheists out of the pews.
You're luring them out.
We are. We're telling them that this is not a 1% or a 2%.
So they're going to see a sign and go, you know what? That's right.
Well, if it's not the case, I'm not here on the O'Reilly Factor now, am I?
No, you're here because I don't understand what you're trying to get out of it. But now that you've explained it to me, that most people who go to church are atheists.
Many.
I just can't admit it to them.
That's right.
And these signs are going to lure them out.
Myth, and
now I understand it perfectly.
It raises the awareness. It tells people that there's a place where they can go, people they can meet.
Where, on the Jersey Turnpike?
And
behind a sign?
Alabama.
Is that where they can go?
It's not about the New Jersey Turnpike. This one's about the Alabama Huntsville meeting. And you can find out more at atheists.org.
Let's take another look at this billboard. A rational thinking person, whether atheist or theist, would need to look at this sign and take in all the cultural and psychological aspects of what this sign means to different people. To say that it's not offensive and not insulting is absolutely ignorant and ignores the psychology of a society as a whole. It's fine to express your freedom of speech, and I will support your right to express your atheistic views. But to deny that these signs are insulting is dishonest and ignorant at best. Any message you be trying to convey would be lost. I find it rather sad that atheists don't have a proper spokesperson for their cause. They could probably pick anybody to represent who they are, what they're trying to convey, what they're trying to send as a message. If they have a spokesperson that truly represents what they're trying to convey, then it would be more easy to take both of them seriously. They should have a spokesperson that is representative of the great thinkers of the past. Great thinkers like Bertrand Russell, Michael Ruse, Friedrich Nietzsche, etc., etc., etc. You currently have a wide variety of people you can use as spokespersons for your atheist cause, for your atheist movement. You could have even picked Christopher Hitchens for all we know. Yet you decide to pick this guy?